Story number 2, the abandoned motel. A few years ago, I was on a road trip through the Midwest. I had been driving for hours and the sun was setting fast. I was in the middle of nowhere, with no towns or gas stations in sight. My GPS had lost signal miles back, and I was starting to panic. That's when I saw it, an old run-down motel on the side of the road. The sign was faded, but I could just make out the words, Sunset Inn. I pulled into the parking lot, which was cracked and overgrown with weeds. The motel looked like it hadn't been used in decades, but I was desperate. I grabbed my bag and walked up to the office. The door was unlocked, and inside the air was thick with dust. The reception desk was empty, but there was a key hanging on a hook behind it. Room 7. I took the key and walked down the row of rooms until I found mine. The door creaked as I pushed it open, revealing a dimly lit room with a single bed, a chair, and a flickering lamp. It wasn't much, but it was better than sleeping in my car. I was exhausted, so I didn't bother unpacking. I just lay down on the bed and closed my eyes. That's when I heard it, a faint knocking on the wall. I sat up, my heart racing. The knocking came again, this time louder. It sounded like it was coming from the room next door. I got up and pressed my ear against the wall. The knocking stopped, but then I heard a voice. It was faint, almost a whisper. "Help me," it said. I froze. The voice was so desperate, so real. I grabbed my flashlight and went outside to check the next room. The door was locked and the windows were boarded up. There was no way anyone could be in there. I went back to my room, but the knocking started again, louder this time. "Help me," the voice pleaded. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my bag and ran to my car. As I drove away, I glanced back at the motel. In the window of room 8, I saw a figure standing there, watching me leave. I never went back, but I still wonder who or what was in that room.